Hi everyone, we're going to do just a quick short YouTube video helping out an Instagram and YouTube friend by the name Joe. He's got a college project that he needs to finish up, and he's making some spacers. This is a 4140 HT, which is I believe about 20-25 Rockwell on the hardness scale. And these are spacers that are going to be used for bearings. And he doesn't have a way to really get these as flat. He wants these, you have the nominal size 1 inch, and he said that's not fussy. What's fussy is that they have to be the same size and flat and parallel and size to each other within 1/10,000th of an inch. And so he's taken these already to his work job, and he said they've got a very worn out surface grinder, and you can tell on the finish on there that it looks like there might be some issues there. Anyway, I told him, yeah, just send them on down, and it'll be a short job. I'll be more than happy to help him out with it. And then he requested that if we could do a YouTube video as well for his college project, where he documents every stage in the making of these. And so just a good opportunity to help out one of our new friends here. And so we're going to go ahead and make this video. We'll put a link to his Instagram page in the description area if you want to check things out there. And what I'll be doing is our wheels from Radiac that were scheduled for February delivery. They finally came in. So this is the wheel that I'll start with. It's the Ruby 46 grit. It's the H hardness and the VOS, meaning that it's got this open pore structure on it. The reason I'm going to use that is because I'm going to try to grind these real good, and we'll see how they come out just in normal grinding using coolant and everything. But there's a technique of spin grinding that I may end up using to get these things really good, but we'll just see how well it goes. But he sent a blueprint, and so this is what he needs over here. And what he's done already, he's faced this side, and then he's ground this side. But the other thing that needs to be done is that everything's running concentric and perpendicular with this face right here. So he requested that we start with that face down and grind, and we'll do that. So anyways, what I did, I wanted to check how flat they were to begin with so that I can find my high sides, and I put a black mark on the high side. I have the scale set, so from 0 over to here is 4 thousandths, and it looks like they drop off about to the low spot about 2 thousandths, and so they're consistent. We got the same thing on this one as well. So we'll go over to the surface grinder and we'll get these set up, and we'll start grinding on them. Before I measured these, I took those stones, those high precision bench stones that I use all the time, talk about all the time. Again, if you haven't and know about those, check out Robin Renzeni's videos on them. Them things are awesome. Joe mentioned there might be a few little nicks from banging around and that he had on the bottom, so I stoned with those. They won't remove any geometry, but I didn't really detect any nicks on there. The thing is, his face surfaces, I can feel just by moving this around on the granite and here. I think that the face surfaces, he did an awesome job on there. I mean, they feel really good. So when we start on this, we're gonna just go with a light magnet, and I want it strong enough that it's not going to fling off, but I want it light enough that in case that surface isn't perfect flat, that it's not going to bow. And because what will happen is if you turn the magnet on too strong and it is not real flat and it bows, you grind, you can get this surface flat. As soon as you release the magnet, and then it's bowed, and then your surfaces won't be flat. Now when you're grinding with a light magnet, and I'm very comfortable with this, but you want to take light cuts. You don't want to do any real heavy hogging. I had the high spot marked with the black, and I have that set up over on that side, and that's what we'll touch off on. There we go, we're just touching. Now I'm going to get this just a little bit closer. There we go. I'm just going to take off about 7/10 on this first cut. And now we're coming down about a total of another 7/8, so we're about a 1.5 thousandths total altogether right now. I should put a guard up on front here, but I don't want to block the video, so it's going to get a little bit messy. And that's what will happen a lot of times when you got your coolant in a situation like that. It can get a little messy. And it's going to just be a real short grind job, so let's say I'll just clean it up and we're done. You can see we're cleaned up from here to here, and this one looks like it's actually cleaned up all the way. So that was, with the touch off, it was 1.5 thou, and so whatever I touched off added to that, so it's pretty close. Here I just took about 4/10. And we got to go a little bit deeper. It's still, we got from about here to here. That's not cleaned up. Oh, I take that back. I was seeing things. That does look like it cleaned up all the way. The way the light was reflecting at the angle I was looking at it. So what we're going to do now is, because it's flat all the way across, I'm just going to take a couple tenths. I'm going to just try to go less than 1/10 now. Take a blank pass or two just till the sparks get really light or totally spark out. As I said many times, if you see sparks, even on a blank pass, it means it's taking material off. You get to the point where you don't see the sparks, but you can still hear it. It's still taking a little bit off. So to get stuff really flat, blank passes, those are very important. Right now I got kind of an aggressive Y traverse. I'm going to do another blank pass down and back, and then I'm going to slow the Y traverse. Give it less step over that way. And you see the sparks are just a little tiny bit here and there. Okay, what we'll do is I'll take these off, get them cleaned up. We'll go back to the granite and we'll check, see where we're at. We still have to grind the back side. Keep in mind that on the bottom is the machine surface, and we still have to flip that over and grind. I changed the scale so that from here to here is 1/10. So each mark is 50 millionths, and we need this to be flat and parallel within 2 of those marks. We got a really nice finish on the grind. So that looks pretty good. There's a little bit of a burr on there, but I'm gonna let Joe take care of that, whatever method that he would like. So we'll just flip them over and we'll grind that other surface now to make them match. Right now they're within a 1/10 even with that machine finish. We'll see you back at the grinder, and I'm going to put the splash guard on this time because it did make quite a mess. Okay, here we go on the second side. I know that we're good and flat, so I'm just going to go ahead and take about 3 or 4/10. Hopefully that will give us a full cleanup. I can see a little bit of tool mark, so I'm going to take about 3 more tenths. And that's really not bad for a machine finish to clean up that well that fast. Yeah, we'll get 100% cleanup, and so from here I'm just going to try to take probably less than 1/10. Getting a real nice finish on the parts. We'll do the same thing here. We'll take a couple blank passes until the sparks are just about nothing. Very, very light sparks right now. And they're very consistent as well, which is a good thing. Okay, we'll get the parts cleaned off and we'll check them on the granite, and hopefully we're done. So here we go. Now each of those marks is 50 millionths of an inch. And you can see that one's flat easy within 50 millionths. And you can see we're the same thickness within the 50 millionths. Oops. I'm going to rub that surface a little bit. There we go. You got those little burrs on the bottom of there, and I think they're causing just a little bit, but you can see it's still within the 50 millionths. Yeah, so we're within the 1/10,000th of an inch, and they're flat and parallel within the 50 millionths. Oh, we got a good set here. We'll get these back out in the mail to Joe, and hopefully that'll work out well for him.